Good to be back in the office and having a good look at the charts. Hope you've had a really good week, and I welcome you to this Friday just becoming afternoon scan from my office here in Sydney. This is proudly brought to you by FTX and TRADERCOBB.com. And you can find 10% off your trading fees on the description below to sign up for your FTX account, as well as how to get access to our trading courses in that same description below. So yeah, there you go. That's the start. Oh, what an interesting week it's been, eh? What an interesting week. Oh. Interesting for many reasons, but let's dive into this and have a look at what's going on or what has been going on, because, you know, we started the week, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're back about where we started. Not a great deal of much going on, I must say. And really, really volatile. The way the market has moved has been extremely volatile. We sold off, of course, 25th, was it Monday? 4 days ago. I think that was Monday. We sold off, and then Elon said, I'm buying Twitter. Or they said, yep, we're Twitter. I mean, Twitter said, yep, we'll take you. And then we shot up, and then we shot straight back down to pretty much exactly where we saw the lows of that move prior to the purchasing power of the Musk man. And then since then, we've clawed back. But I mean, you look at that daily chart, and I've seen more attractive dog's breakfasts than what I'm seeing there on that chart. So it's not been a very good trending week. With that being said, though, there have been opportunities to the short side for those that are trading the cradle. And that's something that I find it very difficult sometimes. Well, not difficult. I find it perplexing. That's probably the best way of putting it. Where, you know, I see on Twitter and I see in the market for the most part, most people are cheering the market to go higher. Now, you've got to remember, though, that markets are going to go, you know, we tend to get a bull run that lasts for maybe a year. That's typically how long a proper bull run lasts. You know, you go back from October here all the way through, but actually not even a year. Well, actually, probably a year, really, because if we go back and say October 2020, and then we go to October of 2021, we're still in that bull run. So we get about a year. And then we also get very long periods where we've got no bull run. You know, we got typically it's a few years. You know, we go back from the 17. Oh, it's not there. Hang on, let me go back to here, and let's use the weekly to make it more betterer. The 17 boom. Wow, look how far back that looks now. Was over here, and then we had, you know, let's say from January, right? January. We saw a bit of a move back through January a year later, but realistically, the big move like we saw in 2017, what I categorize as being a very strong bull market, it didn't really start till about October of 20. So it's a good few years before we really start to get going again. That's been the past historic performance anyway. So there's a lot of time where we've got a bearish market. There's a lot of time where we've got a market that's not quite so bullish and it's sort of sideways. And the perplexing thought that I have is that, look, there's a lot of money to be made when the market falls as well. Yet most people are not equipped for that. The only way that you're really going to get equipped to make money if the market falls is by being a trader. That's the reality of it. You've got to be able to use leverage products so you can actually use derivatives, therefore being allowed to be able to make money as the market falls. And this is one of the things that I think a lot of the crypto market is failing to grasp and get a hold of. But, you know, those of you that are watching this, I'm probably preaching to the converted because you guys are the ones that are trading. So, you know, you already know it. At the moment, and by the way, g'day Bobby, Donna, Daniel. That went that quick. G'day to everybody. You can see through here, it's been really messy. You know, we had a lower high, then a low, then we shot back up, and it's just been a real cluster. Beep. And you can see here on the 4, check that out. I mean, what do we do with that? Bitcoin's been holding its ground pretty well, and it's been clinging on to this around $40,000 like, you know, I don't know, like something that clings on, like a leech on your ankle. There you go. That's a very nice thought there, isn't it? But until we sort of get out of this ickiness, we're going to have to focus on where the best trends are. All right, where are the best trends? And that's what I've been focusing on. And I actually had a really nice trade on Ethereum Classic this week, and many of my subscribers to my TRADERCOBB community have been Well, had a good week too. You know, there was a couple of trades there on the short side, and as I put a video out last week, sort of saying that with the market being so bingy bongy, bouncy wouncy, oh, geez, it feels like I'm reading a child's book to my kids, and my kids are too old for that stuff now too, so I don't know where that came from. It feels as though you know, we're not getting the follow through. Like we do get trades to the upside, we do get trades to the downside. But these trends are very short lived. So tightening up and not looking so much for those big running positions and more so just focusing on banking profits, maybe with a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 full all out target. This has been the way that I've sort of looked at doing things, and I, you know, put that forth to my community. So hopefully people are locking in profits this week, and you're going into the weekend going, cool, that worked well for me, because there's not much else going on at the moment across our top 10. Very flat right now. So let's go ahead and have a look at our FTX list here and see just what we have. Now, I have accidentally symbolized this to be in alphabetical order, which is probably what I should have had in the first place, to be honest, but hey ho, here we go. It's an updated list as well, so there'll be a few other contracts that we haven't looked at in the past, and I may get rid of some due to how thin they are. So nothing on Bitcoin. What we're looking for here is good, strong trends. Something else to consider here is this. As I do this scan for FTX, I will be talking to the Crypto Cradle trading strategy, okay? That is the strategy that most people will have that may have got that for free through the education series with FTX. Those who have done the course will know the Bitcoin breakout and the Fibonacci booster strategy as well, and I will hint towards those if I do see those. But with the market being sideways at the moment, it is the breakout that I think that we might find the most opportunity of. Because consolidation markets, that's where the Bitcoin breakout lives. We get the markets either go up, they go down, or they go sideways. They're going sideways at the moment with some downward momentum. So the breakout is something that will be very much on the cards today, I would suspect. So we'll see. Bit sideways there on 1 inch, but that's a really good level there to work with, so I'll be skipping past that. When I look at AVE, yeah, there's probably a bit of a level through there. There is a level forming there. A little bit of downward momentum there. The daily doesn't look fantastic. It definitely looks more bearish than bullish, and of course, if it were to break down through here, we would have a break of yesterday's bearish candle as well, which is a little nice thing. Okay, I'm just going to I'm going to throw that in the red list because that red list is for me. Cardano, let's have a look here. Not really much going on there with Cardano. Definitely good momentum to the downside. Not much of a level really to work with there. Algorand, nah. That is not satisfactory at all. Very sideways, not really too much to work with at all there, ACLX. Definitely daily momentum to the downside. You can see how the support through here has become resistance a couple of times now. Anything there? I don't think so. Algo, where you go. Just an absolute mess, really. Yeah, sure, I could go lower and maybe find some cyclicity there, but do I want to do that? Absolutely no. I like to have a better trend on the 4 hour, so we'll go past that. Alice is moving to the upside with a higher low. I don't think that's going to really produce me. No, it doesn't. I can't look for a short here either because we go high to low. So we'll go to alpha. Alpha level, not so great. That's a dud now. I'll move to alt perp. Problem I got here is, yeah, we're in the cradle zone, but we look at the lows. Only just broke the lows. So because of that, the momentum is not quite how I'd like it to be. Ample fall. It pulled back in. It had a bullish candle. The bullish candle was large. There was no 2-day uptrend, so I couldn't take that trade. Moving on. Anchor. Relatively new to the FTX stable. By the way, if you do like the content, please do like the content. I would appreciate if you liked the content because it does help us with the algorithm. Okay, so Ape. This thing's got some pretty good volatility straight up. I like the look of the chart, to be honest. I mean, we've got good cyclicity. Look at this little peach. You know, you wouldn't have traded that, but that was definitely up for grabs. And Niels, one of my apprentices, I think he took that. I think he got that up in the community. Is anyone long Ape there? Because Schnitzel von Kram, check this out. If this was your cradle, say you risk $1,000 in it, of course, I'm going to go to the high to tell you first of all, that's 11.1 reward to risk ratio. Of course, you wouldn't have got all of that because that's the peak, but currently sitting still 4.4, you know. You got it on that, Daniel. Bloody excellent. Oh, stoked, mate. Oh, so's Bobby. You. Good stuff. G'day, Ash. Oh, that's great because that's a cracker. I mean, even where we are right now, you're still looking at above 4 to 1. And look, the trend's really bloody good, isn't it? I mean, you can't deny it. The trend's there. And let's do our list. I don't think I've ever gone with that. Is it called Mauve? Mauve? I don't know. But we've got a trend here on the 2, a little pullback here, coming back in. It's been quite a rough pullback, but of course it did have a very hard, fast push to the upside. So very much liking the old ape. Check for a level there on R-Weave. No, that ain't going to cut the mustard, moving right along. And again, the focus being on nice trends. Too thin here on this ADX thing. I'm going to move on. Very divergent there on Atlas. I'm going to leave that too. That could be okay. That could be okay maybe on a... it's not all that good on any time frame, to be fair. Yeah, moving on. Atom. That was the trade. So these are the little options that we had at the beginning of the week. These little short options. Some good moves did take place, but now it's just a matter of managing that position. Audio. Oh, that could be quite nice for a little level down there. For those of you that know the breakout, oh yeah. Yeah, nah, mate, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's going to go on my red list. Why am I putting it one to the red list, one to the purple or the mauve list? Simply because the mauve list is a list for those that haven't done the course and don't have the breakout. I don't want to confuse people with strategy that they don't know and to think that a breakout's just a level. It's not. I don't want to cause confusion. So I'm dividing those lists up. Balancer all over the shop. No interest there at all. Band has pulled itself back in. But again, there's not much really going on there. I'll check that 12 just quickly. No thanks. Bayo. No. Bat. Probably leaving that as well. Bitcoin Cash. All right, so here's what we do have. We've got a lower high, low, lower high, lower low. Not the greatest of spots for it. I mean, look, it's a very clean pullback. It's just these lows weren't taken out all that well. So my preference would definitely be if there was a flat level in there, for which there is not a flat level. So therefore, I shall move on. Because I just want to be taking trades. They're already up, Ash. Nice work. I just want to be taking trades where I'm feeling very comfortable about the quality of the trade. It just takes away any feeling of, oh, I wish I didn't take that. Because if you take a trade that fits the rules and it's a really good trade, you don't have to have any feeling. It's the point of having a checklist. That's a bit thin at the moment on BitTorrent. I'll skip on by. C98 also not looking all that good. Cake is a bit all over the show. I'm going to move on. Cello or cello or however you want to say that. Level there, but it's got a lot of legwork to do to become anything decent. Celsius, still a bit thin and sideways. Chromia, pretty ugly there as well. Chilies, can I find a sneaky... No. Let's think if that was a sneaky level. No sneaky level. Nothing there on CLV. Ooh. Not quite what I'm after there. So see what I mean? Like when you're looking at only cradles, you are going to have a market that is trending and moving quite well. We're looking for that pull back in. When you've got the breakout there, you're able to take these little consolidations and look at them for entry points. This is why we've got 3 strategies, only 3. I don't go over the top, just the 3. Just makes it nice and easy, pretty much, well, not easy, but you know, it's easier to have a checklist than not have a checklist. When we've got sideways activity, we've got options still. CRV still not worked itself out just yet. That is going to come out of my list because it is a little bit too thin for me. Civic not showing me too much there. Convex I can leave as well. Still a little bit confused. That level can come out. It has now been neglected. I shall jump to the 12 and we will see a bearish candle. Is it tradable? Not for me. Taking Dash out. Dawn, not much going on there. DeFi, a little bit of hey, how you doing, but not very much. Bit of a support down there. No thanks. Dent, here was a short that many people will be short of. We put it out the other day. That candle there, very nice move. Stop now to here. You might have got taken out on that blip there. We'll check the one to see if there's another option for an entry. That will stay in the red list because that is building towards a potential trade to the short side as a breakout. Dodo is a bird that is no longer alive, and a very annoying internet company here in Australia. There you go, useless fact of the day. Dojo's done bugger all since it went up to the moon and back down to Earth, and has done nothing. Quick sticky beak down here on the old 1 hour. Not much to work with there on Spot the Dog. Dragon, sideways, but no level. Whatever that is, DYDX. Whatever that is, it is no longer of interest. Not much trend going on there. Eden, the Garden of. Needs to do more to the upside to get that cyclicity, that trend in motion. Elrond. Looks to me like it's more likely to go lower than higher. But is there a trade there? I don't suspect there will be. Not at this stage. No. Moving on. Engine. Right. Sitting on that support. What is that support? Yeah, okay. It's valid. Definitely valid. Nothing really that I can do around there, though, with not the greatest strength in that level, to be honest. Yeah, it's a bit how you doing. I'm not going to move on. ENS. Hello. Look at that. Ethereum name service. Don't know what that means. But it's a little bit radical right now. I'm going to leave it. EOS, going to leave it. Ethereum Classic. Here we go. This is the one that I decided to take during the earlier stages of the week. That cradle there. Profit. Yeehaw. It's been a good trade, actually. I am no longer in this position. I did end up... I remember on the scan, I think it was Tuesday. I couldn't remember whether or not I put the limit order in. I did. I got it. My target has been hit. So now it is a matter of me looking to see if there are any other options. And that level is no longer an option. Out of the list it goes. We'll check the 8. Probably a little bit too slow on the pullback. Yeah, it's a bit how you're doing. Ethereum. No. Very messy. Exchange perp. No. Also quite messy. No interest. Again, looking for that nice, good trend, that momentum. If I can't find that momentum, I want to find a trend with a flat level so that I can take a trade. Check that on the 8. Yeah, there's not a great deal of interest there. No. Oh, we had some sunshine here this morning for a little while. I got out and had a bit of a walk and had a bit of a swim, and getting ready for the next downpour tomorrow. Rain, if you're watching this, why don't you go have a sleep or something? Leave us alone. We're sick of the bloody rain. I don't think I can remember a period in time where it's been so wet. Phantom. We don't have a daily downtrend because we popped above there, but we can definitely see there's momentum. You can also see the consolidation there on that daily. Now, the problem that I guess one thing to note is that, yes, it's broken down there. But we've got test 1, test 2, concerted effort to get away, 3, away, 4. We've got tests. Ultimately, what I'd really like to see here, I mean, I could probably raise an order now if I'm looking for a breakout with a stop above there. I'd love to see a little bounce. I'm going to leave Phantom in my list and just see how that evolves. By the way, anyone that doesn't know what the breakout strategy is, well, then go and get it. Or what you can do with this flat level, if it breaks down and pulls back into there, that could actually give you a cradle off of that level. So they are valuable no matter which way you look at it. I can leave FTX. I can leave FXS. No Gala, no Grillable. GMT. Oh, gee whiz. Big candle, unfortunately. A little bit too biggie. What I'm not loving is these highs are the obvious ones, and we're definitely divergent there. There is a little pop-up here, but is there really a pullback? So therefore, can we actually compare those two? Because it's a little bit on the ick side, a little bit of I'm asking myself lots of questions about this, and because the 4, as a matter of fact, hang on, here's a flip thought. That candle would have been too big for me to raise an order on anyway. We do have an uptrend on the 4 hour, and let's check that 8. We do have it on the 8. If that next candle was to be small and bullish, then yeah, I probably would want to be aware of that and just see how it goes. So I'm going to put GMT into the list for today. GRT, no. H bar, Hedera. Another short we put out to the community earlier in the week is moved. Stop could now be here and drag down to here. So profits locked in. Well done to you. Same here with helium over here. Nothing there to be done at this stage, though, apart from moving your stop if one was to be short that already. Nothing on Holy. Holo. There's two tests, two touches. There is some support right there. There is lower highs on the day on the 1 hour, which is fine. Building into that break. 2 hour doesn't look too bad. 4 hour, if anything, it doesn't show too much, but it definitely doesn't show any bullishness. That's going to go into the old red dog, I think. Yuck. Hump. Also yuck. Too much spikiness or not enough going on. Internet computer perp. Mimi. Yeah, it's not quite there, eh? It's just not quite there. I'm going to leave ICX. This thing, Immutable X. No. IOST, I can leave that too. IOTA. Yeah, it's a fair way off that level. I'm going to leave IOTA. Although I will go and have a look at the 8 just quickly. Yeah, not a huge fan. It does. The market does look lower. It does look lower to me. It looks like we are going to see a continuation of that momentum to the downside. The alt's looking more like it at the moment than Bitcoin itself, as the trends have already been set on some of these alts, which makes it a little bit more predictable for us. Carver, we got a trend there on the 1 hour. It's backed up by the 2 with these pullbacks. Yeah, mate, that's got to go into old move. Looking for a little pullback into there. That could be good for later on. It's always nice to have a mix of options to the upside and downside. At the moment, to my eye, the way the market is presenting itself, it does look a hell of a lot more likely to go lower than higher. But my job is not to know. My job is to act. And it's a matter of me finding opportunities in either direction. The problem here with Kin is this. It's a very thinly traded market. Look at these. Look at how these candles look. Very, very thin. It's one that I'm likely going to be leaving, so I'll move on. Cobb needs to get above that resistance level for it to continue. It's been a great daily trend. Look at this little pullback. Good move there. Little cradle, badum. Another one here that I did not take either of those two. But carry on, will you? Kusama. Kusama banana. Gonna leave that too. Kilo. Already gone if it was to be. I'm going to move on. Leo. No. Lena. Oh, Carolina. Oh, it's a bit wonky, a bit spiky, but hey, no, it's not one I'm after. Link. Nothing really to work with there. As you can see on many of these charts, the momentum is to the downside. It's just a matter of if it will continue. That's not a very good level any longer, so I'll take that out. I will move, therefore, on and take it out of the red dog list. The red rocket, loot, Litecoin, no. Not much there on old... Hang on, let me just double check that. Well, we can certainly see that there is a consolidation through there. That is going to go into our move list. Why? Well, the why is this, right? Consolidation here on the daily, if it were to break down through there, we would then therefore have a bit of a dip and a bit of a trend or momentum on the daily chart. Now, this level is not exact. I'm not looking at this as a breakout trade. I'm looking at this for, if we do head south, a pullback into that level could be very worthwhile. Now, of course, that would require us to see further downside first and probably later this afternoon get that pullback. But regardless of all of that, it doesn't look bad in my eyeballs if it were to eventuate like that. Maps had a wonderful run and is giving it back. Moving on. Ooh, is there a little level there on Matic? Ooh, 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 ooh. What I would like to see here is this test go bing and give me a slightly lower high. And that would also then maybe open us up to be convergent. That's going to go into me old red dog, the red rocket list. Probably be broken or be getting closer to set up by the time this is over. And again, just to reiterate what I'm looking for is see how we do have the lower highs coming through here. We do have momentum to the downside. We do have a trend. That's the first thing I'm looking for is trend. MC Dex, no. Ooh, media perp. Crossing that out. It's very, very thin. At the moment, so too is Mercurial. I'll be leaving that. Mid perp is all over the shop. Not interested. Mina, Miney Mo. Okay, let's what I'm doing here is there's a bit of support that's been through here. It's kind of the problem I've got is if I'm looking at this to say okay, I want to sell if it breaks down a pull back into there. The problem that I have with that is that it's not a very precise level. So I'm actually going to get rid of that and keep on moving on. Gee whiz, is that? No, it's already gone. No worries. It wasn't really there anyway. Mangoes. Gotta love a mango. Nothing that'll work with. Mobile coin. It's copped a bit of a beating, but there's nothing that'll work with. Still a bit thin. MTA, a little bit no. Metal. Been holding its ground pretty well, metal, to be fair. Not much really to do, though. MVDA, no. Near, grinding lower. Again, good momentum. Consolidation, but nothing to work with at this stage by the look of things. Neo. Yeah, another one that's close, but no good. Okay, B, got to do more than that. Ooh, might be a little flat level here on the old OMG. No, incorrect, Mr. Cobb. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nothing on that, nothing on that, nothing on that. Oxygen, quite a thin market at the moment. Moving on, gold, not for me. Constitution Dow, what a very powerful name, but nothing happening. Same with perp. Polly wants a cracker. Too thin for me. Priv perp. No. Prometheus, too thin. Pundy, too sideways. Qtum, not much doing there. Ramp, we'll check that 8 actually. That could be alright. It's got a downtrend. It's got convergence. The 16-hour has a downtrend. Oh, no, it doesn't. Because that spikes up. That's only one spike. So we don't actually have the 16 giving the downtrend to go with the 8. So therefore, it's all about dropping lower and seeing, do we have a level? The answer being no. See, I went through all of my opportunities there, all my options, and I ended up going for the no. Now, it might have happened quickly for you because you're still learning. But that's the way you work through things. You look at what's the most important thing, trend. Okay, let's look around to see, is there any confirming factors or is there any negating factors? If there's anything that goes against it, I tend to go chuck it out for that time frame. Then you work down lower and you see if there's anything there that might fit the breakout, the booster, the cradle. If there's nothing there, you kick it out. It's really a process of elimination. I don't go to the market looking for trends. I go to the market and go, what's not good? And then based on the strategies that I've got, anything that is good enough, it should really stand out. Nothing there on Ron. Sorry, Ron. I don't know a Ron. Remember that in Anchorman? Oh, what a great movie. If we had VCRs, I would have broken the VCR with that movie. Nothing there on reserve rights. Room. We'll jump straight to the 30 and see if there's a level. Ooh. Well, have a look at that, will you? My furry friends. Look at that. Beautiful. She's building. Really starting to look good here. Once again, the breakout could be on here. Second to that, if it breaks down, a pull back into that level. We'll go mauve on that puppy. Come on, give me mauve. Mauve. Right on, right on. Sand. I'm not interested. See a coin. No, thank you. Shh. Nothing there. Secco, you mad man, you mad dog. Nothing. No, nothing, nothing, nothing. Sheba. Sheba, Sheba. No, thank you, Sheba. Shit, pup. No. Scale. Certainly not doing much today. Big day yesterday. I mean, that's a 20% move on that beast. Nothing to work with. No cyclicity. Smooth Love, the most entertaining name of any crypto. Because we all love a bit of smooth love, don't we? There's definitely a consolidation going on, but I mean, aside from that, I mean, it's divergent for now. Look, I'm just going to reference point that level because if it does build in, sure, I'd be open to it. Because if it does break down, there's not really much in the way of stopping it going lower. So I'm open to it, but it's not going to make a list just yet. I'm going to leave synthetics. I'm going to leave Solana. I'm going to leave SOS because why? Look how thin it is. That means that none of us are really probably going to get a decent fill. Now, I say that you might be thinking, hang on. You're saying FTX doesn't have much liquidity on this? That's exactly what I'm saying, yes, but the liquidity can change and it will change. Typically these newer items, and this isn't all that new to be fair, it's been around since the start of the year, it takes a little while for them to sort of gain a bit more liquidity, and until then, I'll be leaving them alone. I'll keep them in the list for the most part, but I'll leave them alone because that just brings additional risk to the platform for me. Sorry, to my trading, I should say, not the platform, but to my trading. Storage, I can leave. Stacks, again, we just not got much going on there. Sushi, I'll have a quick look at the one, but I don't think we're going to find much there. There's two tests. I mean, look, it's a reference point at absolute best right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to make the list at this stage. It's got more work to do to consolidate into that level. So as far as cradles go, we're not finding a great deal to the downside at the moment. But it's the breakout. It's the breakout we're looking at with plenty of support around. We just need to now wait to see if it actually lights up and gives us what we're after. Hello, Tomo, the painter in white from the Sunshine Coast. It's just a shame that spike up, eh? I mean, there's a push up through there. Otherwise, we'd have a bit of a resistance point, which we could build into. But that spike's kind of made me go, yeah, nah, Tomo, smoko, mate. I'm out. True is not very good, nor is Tron. Try, very thin. Tulip, of course. Tulip has to be named that, right? Uni Perp. Those that got short up here, well done. You're in the money. Stop probably should be around about here. I'll probably do a video for all the community members later today with an updated list as well as stop management options for the trades that you might be in. I'm going to get rid of that. It's just not going to give me enough options. And I'm going to get rid of... yeah, there's just no market there. Look. Yeah, that's a sure way of really hurting your account. VeChain. VeChain. I can leave VeChain as wild. Waves. No, but what a sad story. This is why we take profits, ladies and gentlemen. Because we have these great runs and then boom! See, people were cheering and thinking, I'm making money here, but if they didn't take profits, they're feeling the pain. If you traded, I'm not saying that there was trades through here, but it might have been, but you could be trading on this way up and you could be trading this on the way down. That's what traders do. There's been some decent cyclicity in there too. Nothing there now though. What can I say? NEM I can leave as well. Stellar, not much going on there, Charlie Brown. Just going to jump out wider here onto Monero, which is, ooh. It's had a good run for the last little while, eh? Well, that's pretty damn attractive. Not much right now, I've got to say. There's not much right now. XRP, no good to me. Tezos is the same. And we go to DeFi money. Quick little sticky beak on the one. Quick little move away from the one because there's nothing there. Neither is there on Yearn. Zcash grinding lower. Zilliqa, very similar story to Waves. Paching, massive move up. And then Kasplat, massive move down. Opportunity exists in those markets. As a matter of fact, after we do see a massive run like this, some of the most frequently seen things that occurs after a run like that is exactly the come off. So that's where trading can help you. And that's our list. So let's go ahead now and have a look at our little pinky. It's a pink. I've been calling it mauve. It's actually pink. Well, I've just snookered myself on that one. All right, so coming down to the old ape, the big dog. I like the cyclicity. I like the trend. I like the momentum that it is holding and having. What I don't like at the moment is that I don't have a trade. A little bullish candle down here on the 2 would be satisfactory. Of course, always check with your rules and make your own decisions. The 4 could also work out later on today. GMT. Now, this is specifically for the 4 hour. A small bullish candle being the next candle could also offer us opportunities. Always check your rules and make your own decisions and manage your bloody risk. And also, if you like this, hit the like button for me. Cheers, mate. Carver. What am I talking about? All the options to the cradles are long. Carver. We went to the 1 hour here, didn't we? Yeah, bit of a shame that it sort of bounced back up. We were down here. If it does come back into this area, it needs to be considered for a trade. You know, I mean, the trend is there. The cyclicity is there. It's just a long way from being in the cradle zone at the moment on the Luna. Luna. Again, it's a bit of a wait here, guys. We've got to see it break down and a pullback into there. The level's not exactly precise, but a pullback into that sort of 87 region, if I got a cradle later on this afternoon, perhaps, could be really, really nice indeed. Ooh. Thorchain, the little smoker. Look at that. I do want to see it do this. Pop, little lower high. Could take it to 750, for example. Then start to come back off, giving me convergence for the breakout. Failing that, though, if we do break down, a pullback into that region, and that's the same for all the breakout levels, could be very, very worthwhile. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That there is the scan of the FTX pairs brought to you by FTX and TRADERCOBB. 10% off your trading fees in the description below. And please do go and fill your boots with our trading courses. Enjoy it. Take your time, manage your risk, and I hope you have a great Friday and a smashing weekend. Take it easy, guys. Bye for now.